To cross the Simpson Desert west to east by way of the French line, you must conquer 1,500 sand dunes that get progressively larger and culminate in the 40-metre high Goliath known as Big Red. The Simpson Desert lays in the red heart of Australia. This adventure was a triple crossing of the Simpson Desert. In part 1 of the series, we travelled 900 kilometres with the fuel that we had and crossed the desert west to east and then south to north. Our intention is to cross the desert a third time from west to east. But heavy rain is forecast, and even reaching the desert is a challenge in itself. From Alice Springs, we headed south to Finke along the old Garn railway track, home of the Finke Desert Race.
And I made the wrong decision. I went right instead of left and got caught over here. And this is one big mud hole. And there's my support bogged up to their axles.
It's times like these you've just got to be optimistic. And despite this little hiccup, the next big challenge was just around the corner, the Finke River.
Going into the unknown.
The Finke River was the only barrier between us and the third crossing of the Simpson. It was crucial that we made it across.
Looks like a hard bottom. Oh.
When water goes over into your panniers, you know you're testing the limits, and the four-wheel drives confirmed this was a deep crossing.
He's going too
It wasn't
fast
until
now.
we got to the other side that we discovered that the road was closed. In a funny way, it was good we didn't know this before crossing, as this could have held us up for a week.
Yeah, I wish I would have seen that.
With the Finke now successfully crossed, we will be back in the Simpson in a day.
And on a beach in Old Bombay, and on the street amongst the rubble, and in the light that moves the mountain.
When I planned this trip, the last thing on my mind was mud, and now every morning I was greeted with a fresh serving of the stuff.
I'm really not game about going through that. It just looks gnarly. I'm going to see if I can find a way around it.
On the big bike, I'd much prefer to be in that red sand, and when it came my way, I hooked into it. It was great fun. On the final night in the desert, I contemplated the last two challenges. The Air Creek crossing, that I knew would be deep, and Big Red, a 120-foot high sand dune that sucks momentum from machines that dare to challenge it and leaves them stranded just short of the summit. By mid-afternoon the next day, and for the first time in days, I saw substantive trees, and this was a great sign I was close to Eyre Creek.
Feeling Eyre Creek is in the middle of this clay pan, but I may be wrong. But irrespective of that, I'm starting to be concerned about how deep Eyre Creek is going to be and whether I can make it across it. Oh, there she is. That looks deep. That looks real deep. Oh well, I think there's an alternative route.
The southern go-round looked far better than the initial crossing, but it needed to be walked.
I'm going to try this. I'm just going to walk this. It's just not worth risking the bike. Not too bad so far. Shit, that goes deep. Oh, that's deep. Well, there's the airbox opening there, and there's the water level. There wouldn't be an inch in it. I'll just have a look down here to the south. Well, actually, it's looking better already. I think I've found a way through.
Oh, well done.
From its summit, the 120-foot high dune Big Red dominates the landscape. It's the last barrier to getting to Birdsville and having a beer. And for many, it is seen as a rite of passage, with added bragging rights if successfully climbed on the first attempt.
Come on. No.
It was now my turn to give it a run. Successfully taking on Big Red marked the end of this desert adventure. But we couldn't leave the Simpson without reflecting on how lucky we had been to see it filled to the brim with life and colour, following that rare event of soaking desert rain.
I got a tattoo on my forehead saying don't look back. Black cat crossed my path, but I don't care about that. Broke two mirrors just trying to comb my hair. I'm stepping out the front door. You best beware.
Just got to remind yourself, this is the Simpson Desert.